I'm the Reverend Kimberly Tomchek Carlson, and it is my honor to serve as the Minister of Religious Education at the First Unitarian Society of Milwaukee. The story I have for you today is based on a true story about Kamala Harris and her sister Maya. It was written by her niece, Mina Harris. It's called Kamala and Maya's Big Idea. You know what should be out there? Kamala asked her sister Maya. Us, said Maya. A slide and a swing. A playground, they shouted together. Kamala and Maya had an idea. It was a very good idea. It was a very big idea, and they were going to need help. Wouldn't it be great if there were a playground in the courtyard? Maya asked their mother. That does sound nice. How can we make that happen? Kamala asked. Well, I suppose the first step would be to talk to the landlord, the person who owns the building. So Kamala wrote a letter and Maya drew a picture, and they went to the landlord to discuss their idea. The landlord thought about it for less than a second. I don't think so. No. That was not the answer they wanted. But they weren't ready to give up. That night, the sisters tried to think of ways to turn a no into a yes. They asked the other kids in the building if they wanted a playground in the courtyard. Did they? Well, of course they did. And they had ideas too. Let's have a teeter-totter and a basketball hoop and flowers. So Kamala wrote a longer letter, and they went to see the landlord together. Dear landlord, right now the courtyard of our building is empty and no one uses it. If there were swings, kids could fly high. If there was a sandbox, kids could build. If there was a slide, kids could go so far, so fast. Can you build it, please? The landlord thought about it for less than 5 seconds. A project this big, it's expensive. You don't have the money for that. We don't have the money for that. Do your parents know you're here? This was not the answer they wanted, but Kamala was not ready to give up. If we ask our parents and do it all ourselves, can we fix up the courtyard? The landlord thought about it for a whole 10 seconds. Finally, he shrugged. If you can do it yourselves, sure. That was not exactly the answer they wanted, but it was a start. All the kids spoke to their parents about their ideas for the courtyard. They hung up posters, they knocked on neighbors' doors, but they got the same answer from everyone. I'm sorry. Wow, that's a big job. Wish I could help. Which they knew meant no, no, no. But then Mr. Green stopped to talk. I work construction. Maybe I could get some scrap lumber and some sand for a sandbox. Really? Yeah. Okay, I'll try, he said. It wasn't a yes, but right now, maybe was the sweetest word they had ever heard. Maybe gave them hope. The next weekend, maybe turned into yes. All the kids helped measure and cut the boards with Mr. Green. Then they sanded and hammered and sanded some more, and then came the actual sand. They were all thanking Mr. Green when Miss Lopez stopped to talk. I worked in a garage, she says. Maybe they have an extra tire for that teeter-totter. Another maybe. In the weeks that followed, lots of I don't knows turned into maybes and then yeses. No one could do everything, but everyone could do something. Kamala and Maya wanted everyone to celebrate their new playground, so they made another big poster inviting the neighbors to a potluck party. There were hot dogs and hummus, spicy chicken and potato salad, strawberries, brownies, and lemonade. Miss Flores sent up a sprinkler for the kids to run through. Mr. Green brought the music. Kamala admired the new playground, but she noticed there was still one thing missing. No one knew how to make a slide. But Miss Flores knew where there might be one they could buy. I teach at Emerson Elementary, and they're redoing their playground. Maybe we could buy the old slide. This was a different kind of maybe. How can we afford that, maybe? But now everyone was trying to find a way to turn that maybe into a yes. These brownies are delicious. Maybe we could have a bake sale. We can all bring toys and books and have a sidewalk sale. No one could do everything, but everyone could contribute something. When the slide arrived at last, Maya and Kamala had the first ride. The landlord was impressed. "I want to shake your hands, girls," he said. "You did a good job. You all did a good job." Kamala and Maya had an idea. It was a very good idea and a very big idea. And with a lot of help, they made it happen. Hooray for Kamala and Maya! Hooray for the Purr sisters! "What's next, Kamala?" Kamala, looking up, said, "I wonder what the view is like from the roof." The end.